In this video, I will guide you through using Loom as a screen recording tool. Open your browser and type in loom.com in the URL section. Click on Get Loom for free. Use your UCT Outlook details to sign up. Loom is a free service to university accounts. Therefore, it's important that you use your UCT email details. Once you've installed Loom, you double click on the shortcut icon which it will create for you. The various options of recording will pop up over here, and also the camera that you will be using and the mic that you'll be using over here. If you click the drop down tab, it'll present your options and you choose whatever's available. Over here you'll see the screen plus the camera, and if you click over here you'll see it says screen only, and you'll see my face over here has disappeared. And if you say camera only, it'll bring the camera back up, but this is all that will be recorded. Over here we have video resolution selection. I'm going to choose the smallest one because Loom works by uploading to the internet and editing online. So if you've got slow upload speeds with your service provider, you will need to select a lower resolution so that process doesn't take too long. Once you are ready to start recording, you can select start recording over here. It'll count you in, and you'll see a stop button over here, and when you hover over the left below the stop button, a pause button will show and a delete video button if you don't want that. There's also annotation tool over here. Once you click on it, you can select your colors. I'm going to choose red to contrast with my blue background, and you can select anything that's on your screen and it will stay there and disappear after a bit. So once you don't need to annotate anymore, you can click done. The red square to stop the recording will end your recording, and it will take you to the online editor. So Loom takes you to your account, and the video would upload. So the video's been uploaded, and I can press play over here to watch it. I can now click on settings, and I've got a bunch of settings over here. I can switch on comments, email notifications, emoji reactions, all of these. This tab over here is important because this will enable the viewer to download the video or not and watch it offline. You can click save once you've selected the settings you want. I will show you how to go through the trimming of this video now. Click on the trim button and an icon to start trimming will appear. Once you click on that, you've got a start and an end point of your trimmer. You can listen to it. So it will start where your trimmer ended. So if I do this, it's going to start 18 seconds in, because I'm trimming out this entire red section over here. To remove the piece that you would like to remove, you click the remove button. Once you are done with that, you click publish changes, and it will save with the changes to your My Videos folder. Because it's an online editor, it will take some time to make your changes. It'll take you back to your video display once the changes have been published, and you can then view your video over there in the various speeds over here. You select the download button to download your video over there, and you can then find your video in your downloads folder. We've got call to action over here, where you can edit on-screen call to actions. I'm saying click to view, and you can insert a URL over here for that section of your video to link to. You can choose your color over here, and you can choose your text color by clicking on the block over there, dragging to wherever you need it to be, and that's the button and the text over there. And the drop down allows you to change the style of the button. So once you're done, you would click save. It's not allowing me to save because I don't have a URL inserted. Over here you click to edit your thumbnail for your video. Over here you can select your thumbnail, how many pictures you may have. I'm going to use these, and then you'll see an icon tells you to drag to reposition. The little slider over here allows you to zoom in or out, and this could be the icon for my video now. I can then say save. It will update the thumbnail, and the thumbnail I've chosen for this video would now be this one. Once you've gone through all the settings for your video, you've got the trim, the call to action, editing your thumbnail, your sharing over here is the next step. Over here you can click share as well, and it will give you a number of ways you can share it via Gmail, Facebook, Twitter, embed as a URL, a linked GIF, or a link that you can send on various platforms. In this corner as well, it's the same options, the same share options, just with this link sharing tab over here. You can set whether you want your video to appear in a Google search to share your video with many, or you can set if you want your video to be viewed by link only. Should you select this, you can add a password, and you can add any password you want. And you select save. You can then invite people over here. What this will do is allow people with specific emails to view this video. So it's not open to the public. Not anyone with the link can share it. Only specific people can view it. To delete your videos, you can click delete video. To get back to all of your recordings, you can click my videos. There's a number of controls within your my videos tab. Over there you can rename the video. You can download it or archive it or duplicate it